Hello class, this is a video tutorial on further applications of inverse function integration. In this video, we'll be calculating the area between functions and the x-axis. So here we go. So for these, I hope we're now familiar that it's crucial that we figure out any x-intercepts in case this domain of the integration passes through that x-intercept. So let's do that. Let's find x-intercepts of this function. So negative 8 on x plus 2 equals 0. Solving for this, I get negative 8 on x equals negative 2. I guess I can switch negative 2 and x, giving me negative 8 over negative 2 equals x. So x equals 4. So this x-intercept here is 4. Just quickly checking now. I'll demonstrate it here using the calculator. Just checking now that these values don't go through 4. So E, I hope we're familiar now, E is just 2.71. So sketching this looks something like, let's just say it's here. That is E. Now, e to the power of 1.5 is 4.48. So it's actually indeed going past. That's e to 1.5. And because of that, we need two separate integrations. And we have to account for this negative area to make it positive. So writing this out, our area will become, the first integral will be from e until 4 of our function negative 8 on x plus 2, negative 8 on x plus 2 dx. But since this portion is below the x-axis, this will give us a negative definite integral. So this, we know, will give us a negative area. So by putting a negative in the front, it accounts for that and makes it into a positive value. Onto this, we're going to add our next integral from 4 until e 1.5. So from 4 to e 1.5 of the same function, negative 8 on x plus 2 dx. So this is now the integrals that we're now having to work with. This one, let's integrate these now. So negative outside, so that negative of the integral retains there. The integral of negative 8 on x is going to be negative 8 ln absolute value x. The integral of 2 is just 2x. And this we need to substitute from e till 4. Plus, and I hope you can see this is actually the exact same integral as this one. So I can actually copy paste this with a different set of brackets here. This time it's going to be from 4 to e 1.5. Okay, so now we're going to substitute 4 into this one. So this is going to become, this first one I'm actually going to simplify by multiplying out the negative. So this will become 8 ln absolute value x minus 2x from e to 4 plus everything else. Now, the reason for that is, rather than try and keep that negative in the front with another big bracket, I'll simplify it and not have to think about it now. This is now the integral I need to worry about. So from here, I'm going to substitute 4 first. Oops, it's too large. 4 first. So this becomes 8 ln 4 minus, put that in brackets actually, minus 2 times 4 is 8. This is my substitution of 4. So I'm going to highlight that, just so that we're all following along. And now I'm going to substitute just E. So minus the substitution of 8 ln E minus 2E. So all of this is the substitution of E. I'm going to simplify that later. Now all of this, I've practiced this, and if I try and substitute these two in, I'm going to cross over here. So I'm actually going to take a second line and get that plus. Substituting now E 1.5. So negative 8 ln of E 1.5 plus, substituting here, 2 E to 1.5, and all of that is the substitution of E 1.5 minus the substitution of 4. Let's use a different color here, 4 this time. This will become negative 8 ln of 4 plus 2 times 4 is 8. Now, need to be super mindful of all of these brackets, okay? Now, this orange and green should actually be square bracketed like this, and likewise this purple and red substitutions should also be bracketed out like this. I'm now going to simplify the orange and green. 8 ln 4 remains as 8 ln 4. This minus 8 stays as it is, so minus 8. Minus, now think about this one. ln E, you can check your calculator, is just 1. So this just becomes minus 8. And this minus 2E becomes plus 2E. That is the first set of brackets. First set of square brackets. Adding on to this, simplifying this, you can check your calculator, which actually I'm going to do that. Negative 8 ln of E to the power of 1.5. This gives me negative 12. So this becomes negative 12. This stays as it is because you can't simplify. Minus 8. So it gives me plus 8 ln of 4 minus 8. Okay, let's stagger this so you can see. Same thing, let's stagger this. And so now let's simplify even further. 8 ln 4 plus 8 ln 4 becomes 16 ln 4 minus 8 plus minus 8. That's 3 lots of minus 8, so it becomes negative 24. There's a minus 12 here, so minusing 12 again, it's minus 36. And then 2E and plus 2E 1.5. This is our exact area. Now just triple checking here. I'm going to take an approximation now. The approximate area of all of this is 16 ln 4 minus 36 plus 2E plus 2E to the power of 1.5. All in all, this gives us a positive area of 0.58065. Let's just go 581, which is good to know because this is a positive area. So the area of this plus this is about 0.581. Now, hope that's giving you an insight into how we can calculate these. I did use a lot of exact area here. With questions such as this, it will actually likely ask you to take an approximation because of how much work is required with all of these exact values. In any case, I hope that's giving you an insight into calculating the area between inverse function integrations and the x-axis. Hope to see you in the next video where we take on this example here. Hope to see you then, and best of luck.